Hello and welcome to a video which is on my bed. Yeah, ignore the mess of the bed, but hey, I'm going to be changing the sheets after this anyway because I've made a right old mess. But yeah, this is a thing I found in the B&M home store, whatever it is, B&M bargains that I tend to go to find Hot Wheels. Recently they stopped doing it, but I found this. Now it's a two-tier wooden shoe rack. It's what it's meant to be. But I mean, it's cheap. It's cheap as. But I was thinking, looking at it how it is, I could put Hot Wheels on this like quite easily. Maybe not the top and bottom; they're a bit thin. Although I might still be able to, but I can quite easily put some Hot Wheels on this. So I thought, oh, I can make this into a shelf. So I thought, why not buy it? So yeah, I'm gonna probably sand it down, prime it, and then choose a colour to paint it. Not sure what colour yet, but I'm trying to think of something quite cool. And I've been removing some number plates from the wall for a spot to put it, and I've come across an issue of the number plates have decided to pull half the fucking wall with them. Yeah, so I'm going to have to do something about that. Right, it's been quite a while since I did a video on this one, the shelf crate thing. Well, it won't have been for you because I'm going to put the videos together, but nonetheless, I think it's time to open it, seeing as the snow got in the way and ruined everything. Cool. Oh, you what? Oh, why do I get everything that's broken? That's just grand, that is. I've got to work out a way of sticking these together still. But for now, let's go and spray paint them. Actually, I might need to tend to repairing that first. If that ain't botching, then I don't know what is. A bit of masking tape will do the job. Yes, I have wood glue, but I don't have time to wait. That's a bit crap, isn't it? It's so cheap. I don't think this is the right stuff, but piece of shit. Plastic primer, because I'm sure wood is plastic. Don't worry, it's made by Halford, so it should be alright. Guess what? It's running out. Nothing works for me, does it? Nothing works. Right, what I've done is I've tried heating up the can with a hairdryer. Simple trick, heated up all the paint, so hopefully it'll work. I have to revise for an exam tomorrow, and I'm stuck here out here doing this because it's so damn slow. So it should need about 40 minutes this way. So it's been probably 2 months. Oh, I don't know how long it's been. So I bought this ages and ages and ages ago. The thing is, the last video you saw, I was literally just playing around with some rubbish old primer, trying to spray them to this sort of primed grey colour. Obviously, as you can tell, I haven't finished it on 2 sides of these, but I think that is going to help me here, because what I've decided is I was going to use these as 2 shelves, then just sort of balance Hot Wheels cars in between, because they're quite thin. You could put the Hot Wheels cars on it in between the wheels. But then I thought, I haven't got space for 2. And that wouldn't work for my idea, because where am I going to put the lights to light them up? So what I'm going to try and do is I've got some wood adhesive here, which should hopefully still work, because I've had this for a while. I'm going to try and stick these two together as straight as I can, because these were really cheap and, to be honest, don't go together 100%. Like, if I put that line together, you can still see those ones down there aren't quite together, but we'll see. Then I'm going to spray the whole thing, probably black, because I've got some black spray paint left over. Don't have any money, so if I run out of black spray paint, this is going to be postponed for another, 3 months or something. Yeah, I've just run out of spray paint. Uh-oh, that's completely out now. Yeah, I'm hoping that, because I've only done one side, I'm hoping that with one side on the wall and all the cars on it, it shouldn't look too bad. I mean, it's not completely done, but I think the grey, the black and semi-grey look might work quite well. I just hope that with all the cars on it and the lights on it, it doesn't look too bad. Should really be doing assignments right now. Oh well, let's do some Hot Wheels stuff. So as you can see here, I've tried to clean my desk, failed miserably with a load of stuff I don't know what to do with. But yeah, so here is the finished product. As you can see, there's a lot of unpainted surfaces. I think it's better from this angle. So this will be the side I see. Actually, this is going to be the underside, so I won't see this. But to be honest with you, there'll be cars and LEDs on it anyway, so it's not. To be honest, I don't really mind if it did look like that. It doesn't look that bad. It just sort of looks like over here. It looks almost like it should look like that, you know, worn sort of. It's hard to describe, but I'm not too fussed, to be honest with you. So that's what we're dealing with. Moving on, I've just remembered how bad this setup was, but we'll have to do a bit. Sorry about all of the mess. Here I have some LEDs. So I've got some 12-volt string of LEDs. I bought these off Wish, actually, for like £3 for 5 metres, which was pretty damn cheap. So these probably aren't going to last very long now that I think about it. But there they are. As you can see, they look basic, pretty much purple on the camera. But to me, they're more like ultraviolet. They're more like near UV lights. Now the reason I went for them is because actually, as you can already see from this, that yellow cable tie is fluorescing very well, but as you can see, the Glow Wheels car over here is shining very brightly, and so is that bit of hot glue. Weird. So yeah, as you can see, this is already glowing very brightly. So you put it on stuff like this, they charge up really quickly. Doesn't last ages, but I mean, you can still see it's still glowing there. So I moved to my bed for the extra space, obviously. My one fear is this tape here actually has a sticky layer underneath this paper sort of cover. My fear is I'm going to stick it on and it's not going to stick, and I have known that the cheaper you buy, the worse that sticky stuff is, so the other problem I have is I've got to cut this in the middle due to those being in the way, and I've obviously got to cut it to go each length. This stuff is cuttable, but I'm hoping it actually, because it's every 3 LEDs, I'm hoping it doesn't like overlap or be too short. That's a worry. And I've then got to like wire it, so I'm just going to solder onto the terminals. I'm thinking of doing a line along the bottom near to this side, so the wheel sits on it, and then one in the centre, so I can actually light the cars up from the top, which means I can also put glow-in-the-dark cars in there too. I've got a Diora somewhere which is glow-in-the-dark, and I think I've got a couple of other cars which have some glowing parts on that aren't the wheels, so probably pretty cool. Just a quick jump cut update. So this is what I've been doing to this here, as you can see quite clearly now. The LED strips. See, this would have looked really good with black PCB strips, I've just realised. Like, well, basically what I just said. Instead of being white, these strips are black. I think that would have looked a lot better for this, but sadly, I don't think I could find any UV ones that had the black PCB, and the black PCB ones are quite hard to find, I found. I've been sitting here doing all of these, I think there's like 16 strips in the end. I need to cut the size and take the rubber off the ends of, and I did have a slight issue where I did it to one of them and accidentally cut the contacts off with it. I'm not sure how, so I had to use a little bit of my spare, which is annoying because I had an equal amount. Now I don't. And I actually had an idea that I could have used that for, but oh well. And I had to sort of use some solder to literally use some solder to bridge two contacts across, so it's literally a little bit longer, but not by much. So yeah, I had to botch that one, so whoops, that happened. Right, so I've now done all of the lights, which is pretty cool. They're all stuck on there. I feel like they're going to fall off because they didn't stick very well. Wrong way up. That is the way up it's going to be. So all the cars will sit on there, and their wheels that will face outwards will be on these to charge them up. So it's been another couple of days. I postponed, I sort of was doing other things, so I didn't get around to finishing off the soldering. I've been doing soldering, so I've been putting together the wires and soldering them up. But this is happening. This was really bad earlier. Literally I had I think about 5 strips had fallen off. Not good. So I've just hot glued it all of the strips back on. It's a bit messy in areas where it sticks up a bit and needs a little bit of tidying up here and there. There's little strands everywhere, but yeah, once I tidy it up it should be alright. Jump cut again, and we're back again. I decided to come back to this project again after being really sick and tired of not completing it. I don't know why I haven't been completing it, I just end up doing other things. But yes, so now I have finally soldered up all of the joints, as you can see, like down here. Basically the same all the way along, top and bottom, and they connect to either side, which is pretty cool. And I've tested it and it all works, every single strip lights up, so that's good. So now I need to work on adding the feature. And boom, I was going to make my own little circuit to make them fade in and out to charge the cars and make them glow. And then I also thought I could just put them on a switch as well. So I just turn it on to charge them up and turn it off when you want to see them glow. But I think just having a switch is a bit boring. So I've got this little old Christmas light controller unit thing, which should work for this. Has multiple functions, but the only one I'm really interested in is the one that fades in and out, and then the on to leave it on if I so wish. So yeah, there'll be some random really flashy effects because this is quite a fast controller. I don't know why. Some Christmas lights had slow controllers and some have fast ones. This is a fast one, so it makes them flash really quickly compared to some older ones that flashed a lot slower. I don't know why. Maybe they just don't like people with epilepsy. We will never know. So this is what I'm going to be using. If you want to keep it simple, you could literally just put a switch on it. Much more simple. And if you're very tech savvy, or circuitry savvy, then you can put even more on it. I'm not very great with circuitry or electronics whatsoever. I'm a complete noob at it, so oh well. Let's get on with wiring this up. I cannot remember which wire does what. Damn it. So there we have the connection from the button into the lights, which is pretty cool. I did use some electrical tape on that, which is a bit messy, but yeah. I ran out of heat shrink that was the right size, which was a bit annoying. But I mean, I'm not too fussed because it's only 12 volts, which is low voltage, and it's like 70 milliamps in total, so it ain't going to kill anyone and it ain't really going to cause any problems anyway. But yeah, a little bit of electrical tape's plenty fine for that. Just looks a bit messy. Yeah, so next up is just to connect this to a switch so I can turn this off separately. Put the switch on it, put the button on it, and then wire it up and put it on the wall. We're nearly there. So the finished circuitry here. I have a terminal block just for ease of connecting any connections to power it. So positive and negative go into there. The negative goes straight into the button. The positive goes around. Hard to get and shot this down into the switch there. Which positive then comes back out and then goes into the button as well. And then the connections after coming out of the button go onto the lights there. So yeah, after a little bit of neatening the cables, cable management with some cable ties, that is it complete. So let's put it down and try and get a decent look of it. amongst the mess of my desk behind it. So there it is. Whoa. A tad messy, but it seems alright. Righty then, I've stuck it up on the wall, and this now looks, this looks quite a lot messier than it was. Oh well, I don't mind a few wires. Something I have to deal with apparently. I put it up, I use this really old spirit level thing, and got a little bubble in it to see if it's level. I made it level. Here's where it got annoying. I've noticed that these cars, it's very minimal, but these cars aren't level, which means none of these cars, or that poster, or the cars above it are all level. They're all slightly tilted, but yeah, I can't bother to move that many cars to solve that problem. And also I had to take down all the random cut-up boxes I have. So I can now see all the holes and bits again, because I didn't really want to stick this onto that cardboard in case the blue tack gave up and then all my cars fell off. Don't really want that to happen, so yeah. Might be able to cover that one up there with a couple more cars. These ones, there's probably no hope unless if I put like... Well, I'll be able to put cars in front of them obviously, but whether that'll do it, I don't know. It's a little bit better. A little bit. Right, there should be power, so that was a great start, wasn't it? No biggie, that's a bit embarrassing. This is a power supply unit I've been working on for a while. It's still an ongoing project, because all my projects take me forever for some reason. I'd basically connected all of the 12 volt stuff into the 5 volt outlet from my old computer power supply. So my 12 volt lights were getting 5 volts, and yeah, they weren't working. So let's do take 2. Should all be on? Oh yeah, okay, that's quite flashy, isn't it? So this is the setting I'm hoping will be the best. So eventually the lights should fade. There we go, the lights will fade on. So with the cars all on it, all the cars will charge up. And then they'll fade out and you'll see them glow. So yeah. This is a slightly more accurate representation. I don't know, it's dark purple. I can't really get the camera to pick this light up. So yeah, if you do want to build this yourself, I wouldn't say it's too hard. It's pretty simple. I mean, you could quite easily do this by just buying a reel of LED tape, preferably purple or blue or near ultraviolet, because that is what charges the cars up better. You could just quite easily just buy a reel, stick it down and just plug it in somewhere. Simple as, you just unplug it when you don't want it on, just to charge them up. Or you can just simply have a switch on it like down here, so when you turn it off, the cars glow. Pretty simple. Or you can make something smaller yourself. All you need is some ultraviolet or some blue LEDs, just to shine on them to charge them up. You can quite easily just get 4 LEDs and charge up a car quite simply. So yeah, that's it. That's all from me. Thank you again, and I'll see you in another video.